Alrighty, I have just left the dialysis clinic and I'm on my way to the chiropractor. I'm doing things a little out of order today. Normally I would prefer to have the chiropractor after a massage, but I have a massage appointment at 11 and I thought, I got an hour, let me get over there and get that and then I'll go back. So we're going to do that a little backwards today. My body keeps a close tab on my massage schedule because it never fails that the absolute worst that my back hurts is the morning that I have a massage. And it's not psychosomatic. I really was thinking it was, but it's not. I did something yesterday, or I don't know, maybe the day before. I'm moving a dryer around, you can see there in the back of the truck, and maybe I tweaked my back a little bit. I don't know. I think it was more me getting in and out of the very narrow, small space of attaching the dryer vent. So yesterday, well, the background is Sarah's parents got a new washer and dryer, and the washing machine was kaput. The dryer they were just going to donate. They just went ahead and got matching whatever. So they had an extra dryer. And I think that was Thursday or Friday of last week. And I put in my last load to dry Saturday morning. I tend to do, lately at least, I've been doing my hang-up load and my dryer load on Saturday. So I do the dryer load first so it can dry while the other one's washing, and then I hang up the second load and I'm done. I let the dryer load dry. Sometimes I leave it in there a while. It's usually just t-shirts and socks. Yes, I wear underwear, but they're hang-ups, not dryers. So I go to get the last load out of the dryer, and it's dry, but not super dry. I mean, I don't know what super dry is. It's dry. And I decide, because, and this is pretty normal, that I'm just going to run it some more while I do other things. It's a form of pronastication. So I thought, well, let me just start this again and let it go, and it wouldn't start. I was like, oh shit. So I had a guy service it, I don't know, however many months ago that was, and that the switch inside that makes the door, the trigger on the door that lets the machine know it's okay to start, wasn't working. And so I checked that, and that wasn't it. And I forget what the other thing was he looked at. It was like the motor or a big belt or something, but he told me that, there was an impending repair and it was going to be expensive. I may want to just, look at possibly getting a new dryer. And I said, no, that's cool. I'll, to myself, I'm thinking, just get a new one when it's time, So fortunately, I mentioned that to Sarah. She let me know that they had a dryer available, and I thought, cool. So I went and picked it up at their house. Sarah and I got it into the bed of the truck. I brought it home, got it out of the truck and into the garage. That was Monday, and then yesterday I had to get my old one out and all that. So I'm going to go to the chiropractor, and then I'm going to tell you more about that. And got that out yesterday, and then realized that literally, so this device comes with, I don't know, like a dozen or 15 maybe, 1 foot, it's a little more than a foot, flexible bands that have threads on each end, so you can thread them together to make it as long as you need it to be to get through your duct. So it took one, exactly, and probably didn't even really need the one. But I hit it first with the leaf blower. Pardon me. And leaf blower cleaned some stuff out. And that was good. I'm glad that I was able to get that cleaned out. I put the brush part of the apparatus in and just kind of made sure it was cleaned out. Now, I had the new coil, the flexible duct for the back of the functioning dryer that I got, and put one end of that onto the leaf blower too, just to kind of clean that out a little bit. That was fun. I did do that outside, even though it was raining. I stood on my front porch and did it. So glad that the rain kind of made it disappear. Anyway, but the way my laundry room is set up, it's not easy to get a dryer in without, first of all, without moving the washing machine. I think they thoroughly planned on putting the dryer in first and then putting the washing machine in. So I wasn't about to or detach the washing machine if I didn't have to. So I thought, let me just see if my fat ass can fit in there, and it did. I was pleased. I was able to get in and out. It just up and down was tight, and I had a shelf not far over my head. I needed to make sure I didn't crack my skull, but yeah, it was good. So it was good to get it in there. I felt I had a sense of accomplishment, and it gave me a good project to do. It probably took me longer than it should have, but I wasn't humping away at it. And yesterday was a shower day, so I couldn't take forever, but fortunately Sarah bailed me out and did the few loads of Walt's laundry, really, because I could wash them at my house. I just couldn't dry them. So anyway, she washed and dried one load and dried two others for me, folded and everything. Very much appreciated. So I'm leaving the chiropractor, and I've got more time than I thought I would. I'm pushing my luck a little bit. I'm going to go get my lottery stuff. I was going to wait for later, but really, if I can get that done now, I'll more than likely end up going to the dump to get rid of this other dryer. Not sure how I'm going to get it out of the truck and into the dump at this point. It's not going to be as easy as it was to get it in and out of the house, believe it or not. But yeah, I don't want to drive around with it forever, and I really don't want it slamming back and cracking my windshield or any of that kind of stuff. Is that a windshield? No, that's just a window, right? Back window. A windscreen. Anywho. So yeah, we're going to go get some scratch-offs. I didn't have a whole lot to cash in. I had a shit week last week with scratch-offs. I haven't kept track. I don't keep records on that. But it was far and away the worst. In my mind, the worst week of scratch-offs. I cashed in a bunch of winners, and I won back about 4%. Which, yeah, it wasn't a great week. So I'm going to cash them in and buy some more. That's the way to do it. Just kind of roll over and have fun, and when you don't roll over, put a little more in if you want to. Whatever. It is cold today, and yes, I have a t-shirt on, and I do regret it. I actually brought a sweatshirt with me. Where the hell did I put my sweatshirt? Yeah, I got a sweatshirt with me, and I'll put that on at some point. I'll put that on after my massage. I don't want to put it on and take it off, and put it on and take it off. So it's sinking in a little bit that I'm going to have to make some changes to some appointments I have, because I'll be indisposed for a while after my next appointment for the feet. I might have to pause that for a while. Oh well. So cat's out of the bag at work. I had to let my bosses know that I was going to be indisposed for April. Told them just don't even plan on me being there for April. And I got a message this morning from a colleague. He said, "I heard." Yeah, you heard. I know. Who'd you hear it from? Because as far as bosses go, there were only 2 that knew it. Anyway, let's see here. So, anywho, I'm rambling on now, but which I guess you ought to be used to at this point. But, yeah, so that's that. That's my synopsis, and that's my plan for the day. And I may or may not talk to you some more later. But for now, it's time to go press my luck with some scratch offs, and then head to my massage. Alrighty, so wasn't planning on coming back so quickly, but they're good people in that little store. And I had a story I was going to tell you, and now I'm forgetting it. But anyway, I'm cold. See ya. Alrighty, so we are done with the massage, my little slice of heaven, and man, it's raining and nasty, and I had to get a drink and a little bit of something to eat. I laid there on that massage table with my stomach growling. Anyway, now I got to go to the dump. Not exactly what I want to do in the rain, but you got to do what you got to do. And I got to do it. I don't want to drive around with this thing in the back anymore. So we're going to go to El Dumpo. So when I got my scratch offs, there's an employee named Robert that works there. Anyway, there's a young man that works there named Robert. And he was doing some scratch offs. They have a little area there for you to scratch, and it's a little table, and it's got some trash holes in the table, and whatever. And I saw him drop a scratch off into the trash hole, and I said, "Hey, I'll take your losers." He kind of laughed. I said, "I'll redeem the coins." He said, "Okay, cool." So I finished my business, did what I needed to do, and sorry, that kid walking in traffic in the rain. So I got my stuff and was leaving. He said, here's some losers." Okay, cool, thanks. So I had time to kill once I got to the massage place. I really didn't think I would. I was like, oh well, hey, let's enter Robert's losers for my lottery coins. The problem is Robert gave me a winner. Not a lot, but nonetheless, I'm going to have to hold on to it and give it back to him. I don't know if he's a smoker or not, but it'll buy him a couple cigarettes. Not a pack anymore, but maybe a couple cigarettes. Used to be more than enough for a pack when I smoked a long time ago. I bragged to Mike, the owner that's normally, well, he was helping me today. He's normally the one I'm there getting helped by. I told Mike about how many years ago, like 30, my ex-wife and I lived near the Garden Spot in another part of town, and that was our regular spot to get cigarettes. And I said, yeah, they were one of the cheapest at $10 a carton. $1 a pack. And we're talking Marlboros. We're not talking an off-brand of some sort. Back in the day, 30 years ago, you could get a carton of Marlboro Lights for $10. Damn, he said. You know what they are now? No clue. $100! $100 for a carton of cigarettes! Now, in hindsight, I'm thinking of all the people I've seen come in there and buy one pack at a time. Well, that's why. They don't have the money for a carton at a time. Which is another point that maybe they should let sink in. You can't afford a carton at a time. Do you need to afford any cigarettes? Because I'm sure it's cheaper to buy a carton than it is to buy a pack individually 10 times. Anyway, $100 a carton for Marlboro Lights. And I knew that was enough of a markup that even my father would be impressed. Of course, then he would tell me that he used to pay like a nickel for it or whatever, I don't know, 1,000 years ago. Don't get me wrong, I'm very glad. Oh, I left my gas cap open. Very glad I quit smoking, but for the health part, even more so for the fucking money part. Holy shnikes. $100. Woof. Anyway, so I actually went ahead and booked my next 2 massages, and then verified that I can just I don't have to do any kind of paperwork or anything. My monthly fee will just roll over if I don't use them for a while, which I knew that. I just wanted to verify that that policy had not yet changed, because I have had to do that before, not really on purpose, but I mean, just got careless and didn't book any appointments. But anyway, so another thing, I'm just full of things to talk about today. So I use Upside when I get gasoline, because I generally will top off once a week. I don't necessarily use a tank of gas every week because I tend to be a homebody. But nonetheless, who doesn't want their gas cheaper? So I use Upside, and I always am bitching and griping that I never get the kind of discounts that Sarah seems to get. I'm doing good, I think, if I get like 11 or 12 cents a gallon back. So today I pulled in knowing I was just going to get a snack and a drink, but I needed gas. So I checked, and the gas station I was sitting at was 21 cents a gallon back, and I was so happy. I was so excited. And when I got back in the truck and had the receipt printed, went to take a picture of the receipt and all that good stuff, and then I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. I wish I wouldn't have. There was no purpose served other than the exasperation I'm now experiencing. But I scrolled down the page. Such a mistake. 2 gas stations that I'm going to pass on this little trip to the dump. One was 25 cents a gallon and one was 28 cents a gallon. Damn. And I got I don't know what I got, 20 something gallons. Damn. Anyway, so be it. At least I got more than I'm used to. But it is what it is, as the kids say. And then one more thing, because I think I've always made videos with this. I found and am trying yet another Coke variety in its zero format, the orange cream. Can you see that? Orange cream zero. I kind of like orange cream stuff. I used to love orange cream, orange vanilla cream protein drink. But when I saw this, I was like, hell yeah, let's try it. And it's no doubt orange cream. Yeah, it's not bad. Would I get it again? I don't know, man. I'm pretty much a junkie for Coke Zero. Just straight up plain Coke Zero. As much as I used to go bonkers for cherry, I'm back to the original. Just give me regular old straight Coke Zero. Oh well. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Give it a try. Like I said, it's not bad. It's good. It's not bad. It's just, I have a preference. And maybe you do too. Maybe you like orange stuff. Maybe you like Coke stuff. Give this a try. I don't get a kickback from Coca-Cola. But nonetheless, I like to try new things sometimes. Let's not get crazy. See ya. Alrighty. Time to go pick up Pops. I took the dryer to the dump, separated out my recycling. So there was one other truck there dropping some stuff at the dump. When I pulled in, they have a little sign there, the last area of entry into the actual dumping area, that has I think it's 1 through 6. They have it split up, and it'll be like 1 is yard waste, and 2 is this, and 3 is that, and 1. Well, the very top said metal in section 1, and then 2 through 6 were all just open, which is just garbage, just whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, there's metal on this washing machine or dryer, but there's also a significant amount of plastic. Most appliances have a fair amount of plastic. So I went with the garbage. I struggled a little bit because it was wet and hard to grab something like that when it's wet because it just wants to slip through your hands. But I got it, flipped it over into the dump thing, and as I'm getting back in the truck, guy pulls up on a big old bulldozer kind of thing and says, "No offense, but if you're out here again with something like that, that's gonna be metal. That's metal." All right, cool. Where were you when I pulled in? Because normally they would have people sitting right there, and there is a little guardhouse entryway, whatever. So he had to be sitting there. That's where he got in the tractor and drove over towards me. Drove over all of like 25 yards, 30 yards to tell me that. I said, "Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to say? I'm not going to stand there and argue with him about the percentage of metal versus plastic on a dryer." Oh, goodness. Anywho, I really thought they'd have an area just for appliances. I know they have electronics, but whatever. So that was it. Got that done. Glad to have that back out of the truck. And went home and did my scratch offs while I watched some TV. I didn't make money, but I got 80% of my money back, and I'm okay with that. So we live to play another week. That's all you can ask for sometimes. Just get enough to play again.